Welcome to Akron Buzz, everyone. I am your host, Sarah White, and I am thrilled to be able to talk to Kim McMahan and Debbie Eisinger today. How are you guys?
Great. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, and they are both mothers, and they are a part of this really cool event, the Brooke McMahan Memorial Swim Meet. And go ahead and just tell us a little bit about how that got started.
Well, my daughter is Brooke, and she passed away 15 years ago during a seizure at night. And she belonged to this swim team that was ran by parents, not a real official organization. And she had some special needs. And the team is all, well, our kids with special needs. And it involves a lot of people. And so when she passed away, one of my friends, who was like a second mother to her, came to me and said, you know, the team wants to have an annual swim meet in Brooke's honor at the University of Akron. What do you think? Well, I just, I started sobbing. And that's how it got started.
And your son is on the team?
Yeah, our son Todd, who's 37, started swimming in Special Olympics with this program. I don't even remember how we heard about it, but it's been about 25 years now. And so we are like family because we've all grown up together, shared special things, shared sad things. Yeah. And Brooke's passing was a very sad thing for our team. And so that when Kathy, the friend she's discussing, came to us with this idea, everybody jumped on it. And we had no idea that we would still be here 15 years later. It would continue to grow. And we invite other Special Olympic swim teams from Northeast Ohio. So I think we have around 9 teams that come and participate. So we have probably about 150 athletes and the same number of volunteers. And the enthusiasm is just contagious. Contagious.
I just love that, how you can use Brooke's memory for this just wonderful event. So tell us a little bit more about the event. You said there's going to be like 9 swim teams. I wrote down 150 swimmers, 200 volunteers at this event. So if people want to come to the event, what will they expect?
You want to tell them about that?
First of all, I mean, the whole part of the volunteers really gets to me because I probably only know about 20% of the volunteers personally. So how do you thank somebody for remembering your daughter? That didn't even know her. Right. So in the beginning of the event, then Summit County judges Tom and Linda Teodosio give the Special Olympics oath, the Star Spangled Banners played, and someone will sing it, and then the beginning half, there's about 75 maybe volunteers who get in the water.
Yeah, and the volunteers are the University of Akron women's swim team, and the way that evolved is we practice at our swim team practices are held at the University of Akron, Ocasek Natatorium. We have been there, probably 16 or so years now. Okay. And so the way it starts out, the women from the University of Akron saw us there practicing all the time, and when they heard about the meet, they asked how they could be involved. And then Todd swam at Firestone High School, and they actually part of the year practice at Ocasek Natatorium. The Walsh High School swim team practices there. And so those 3 teams jumped on board to become volunteers because part of the meet is an actual clinic where we have the athletes and the swimmers get into the water, and the swimmers get to talk to these high school swimmers and tell them what they would like to learn more about swimming. Do they want to work on how they breathe in the water? How do they dive? How do they finish a race? All of those kind of things. And so those Firestone and the University of Akron have been involved for 10 years, Walsh I think for 9, and then Green High School heard about it and came on board. They've been there about 7. And just last year, the Stowe Monroe Falls High School team became involved. And Alex teaches at Stowe Monroe Falls High School.
My son teaches it, yes, he teaches there. And Brooke went to Green.
Okay.
So they just came on board. So that's the first half. Yeah. And then lunch is served, and then the second half is actually the competition.
Okay.
And none of the participants pay to participate, because if they did, they would leave some of them out.
Sure. So it's run on donations, you're
Right.
saying,
It's ran
which
on
is really
donations,
wonderful.
and I'm going to let you take that part.
Yes, some of our donors, and this is a very special meet, an additional special meet, because this is our 15th annual Brooke Swim
Right.
Meet. And so we're actually honoring all of our longtime donors. We have plaques for them. We have other kind of things. So at the beginning of our opening ceremonies this year, we've invited all of them to come, and we will be recognizing them at
That's
this
fantastic.
meet. Yes.
So let's let everyone know when this is, where it's going to be. This event is free and open to the public, so anyone who wants to come and just be a part of this amazing event that you guys have going on in Akron can do that. So we know it's at the University of Akron.
At the Ocasek Natatorium.
At the Ocasek Natatorium on November 16th. What time does it begin?
10:30.
10:30.
So it's opening ceremonies, just like you
Yeah.
would. It would be fun for people just to go to that, because it's like the best kept secret in Akron. And from what we know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the second largest swim meet in Ohio, next to Ohio Games.
Okay.
Next to the state games. So it's
just going to be a
something
cool
to
experience
behold.
to be a part of. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
People
really cool.
who come just, it's really heartfelt too. I mean, the whole event is heartfelt. I swim down at Green at the Lifestyles down there, and in the last, I would say, 2 months, I overheard people talking about the Brooke Meet, and I'm like,
That's cool.
well, I'm Brooke's mom. And they're like, what? And they're like, we volunteered there, or we volunteered there,
Yeah.
we're going to volunteer there. So we have kids come, and then they come back. And the people on the team, they do a lot. And
Yeah.
it's not just the parents, but it's also the siblings. And Debbie could probably tell
Well, I
you a
just
little
wanted
bit
to
more
show
about that.
this is every year we do
A t-shirt.
A t-shirt.
Okay.
And this honors Brooke.
Very
And
cool.
and then we put our sponsors on the back, and so all the athletes and all the volunteers get a
Get a
free
t-shirt as
t-shirt.
well.
Their lunch is provided. We have great sponsors. We have great sponsors that print our program. We have a great company that does our t-shirts, and so we're just very blessed.
Yeah.
And the reason we have these people keep coming back is because it brings them joy.
Yeah,
Joy
absolutely. I think that's really cool that that someone could just walk in and experience this new thing. We do have to wrap up,
Well,
so
I
want
want to say to come at 10.
Okay.
I would recommend that they be there by 10, because the opening ceremony, by the time you park at Akron,
Right.
you and
Oh,
walk
yeah.
and get
Parking
a seat
is
and
tough.
stuff. I would try to
So
plan
try to show up at 10,
Right.
so you can get there at 10:30 for opening ceremonies. You were going to give your phone number in case anyone had
Yes.
questions, so
It's,
go ahead and do that.
330-571-2259.
All right, so if you have questions, you can contact Kim about that, and you can just show up that day, November 16th, 10 a.m. at the University of Akron. Say the auditorium again.
Ocasek Natatorium. It's the pool.
Ocasek Natatorium at the
Right,
pool.
at the
Okay,
pool.
great. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here with us
Thank
today.
you.
And
Thanks.
thank you guys as well. We are Akron Buzz. You can go on our YouTube channel and subscribe. You also can go on our Facebook page and check us out there. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.